Why do you think Britain supports Miyetti Allah? Why? Remember that we floated BSS to safeguard our people. Our own people came against us. Our own people. In fear of Fulani. But now, can you see how boldly Miyetti Allah is saying, we are going to float a nationwide. We are going, as I told you a few days ago, they said we are going to work with the police and the army. They are friends in the army and the police. All terrorists to kill, to pillage, to destroy. Now you are following. Now you understand the mess Nigeria is in. Now you understand why we are the way we are. Today you understand why people come out now and they are confessing that we have opened their eyes. Now you understand, of course, that we are very serious. We are not going back. Not at all. Not today, not tomorrow. Not today, not tomorrow. Somebody published an article called Justification for Resuscitation of the Sovereign State of Biafra. It is my humble suggestion and recommendation that our people go and look for it. They have removed it. I cannot even open it here. It seems to me they have removed it. It seems they have removed it. In that very article, you will hear or see what our brother was saying. Our brother simply said, very simple, that in Nigeria, Nnamdi Azikiwe was the only person to lose out amongst every nationalist leader you had that fought colonialism in Africa. That is what you need to know. These are the things that you need to understand, because our people do not reason. Here, we compel you to reason. Go and read that article, Justification for the Resuscitation of the Sovereign State of Biafra, published by Vanguard. Unfortunately, they no longer want us to see it. It has been removed. It can no longer be found. That is the world of the Janjaweed. That is what they do. Once they see the truth, they suppress it. And the reason why some of them, of course, they love us in secret, of course they do. The reason why they come out sometimes to be talking rubbish or paying all these idiots, sometimes they think they can come to, Gowon said it, if I knew how they loved money and power, I could have just shared money and allowed them to fight themselves. Don't allow yourself to be one of those that Gowon was talking about. Ask yourself also this evening, why is it that Vanguard publication of today that I read before coming on air is no longer there? That tells you all you need to know. Because that publication contained the truth. It contained the truth. Absolute truth. I want people to understand the way the mind of a black person is. I need you to understand how the mind of a black person functions. Any day you understand it, you will then know. You will then understand and appreciate. You will come to the full realization that what we have been doing here has been right all along. Now, listen very carefully. Why we are deploying Miyetti Allah vigilante all over Nigeria, Abdullahi Bodejo of Miyetti Allah. These were the same newspapers that we are castigating Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB for floating BSS to defend our land. They are the ones today interviewing this man. Nobody has bombed his house or raided his house. He is fine and okay. No northern governor, no Fulani governor is against him. And I want to ask the Igbo governors, have you seen it? When we floated BSS, they said, oh, go and kill him, go and you jail him, bomb him, you proscribe them. You did. But now they are bringing terrorism to your doorstep. Have you proscribed Miyetti Allah? I'm asking the useless Igbo governors, have you proscribed them? Now listen carefully. The national president of Miyetti Allah, Kautal Hore Bello Abdullahi Bodejo, has said that castle rustling and incessant attacks by their members led to the formation of this security outfit, Miyetti Allah Vigilance Group, which will operate all over the country, not in the, because Fulani has no homeland. So they now need to conquer everybody at the same time, and all of you are just there. sheepishly and hopelessly looking as the morons you are, and they are moving ahead, full steam ahead with their plans. Do you know why they're doing it? Because they know that if all of you can be so foolish enough not to realize that Buhari is dead, then they might as well do to you as they please. That's what they're doing, and that's what they have done. Now, listen, we launched Miyetti Allah on July 27th, and we started with 1,000 personnel who are still undergoing training with Vigilante Group of Nigeria. That's their own name, Vigilante, which means they own the whole of Nigeria. And Moteku is for the West. Any day Elohim decides that something should come from the East, it will be for the East. But their own is not for the North or for the Sahel North. They call North Arewa North. No, it's for the whole of Nigeria with the help of Britain. Now listen and follow him very gently, please. You know, Fulani people are moving to those areas where there are grasses. Anywhere there is grass, there is Fulani area. That's what he's telling you. Any place where there is grass, they will operate there to see how they can feed their cows. Are you not foolish? All of you in the South, are you not hopeless? Can you see your stupidity in front of your eyes? Can you see how hopeless you are? Those of you from the South, I mean Oduduwa and Biafra, can you use your two naked eyes to observe your stupidity? All the years of subservience to Fulani, has it ever made them to relent? They are coming to conquer you. You see how puts on them, they will even take over his own village. I'm telling you the truth. He doesn't know how they operate. Supreme Court governor. This is how they are. This is how they behave. This is how they operate. The reason why they hate Radio Biafra is because we tell them the truth the way it is, very raw. We don't sugarcoat it. There are anywhere there is grass, a Fulani will go there. So everywhere they are, the vigilante is supposed to be there. So if they come to your village all the way from Mali, from Timbuktu, from Mauritania, they come to your village in Okigwe, it is where they are. So any land they're in, they will have vigilante. Have you heard of this? Is the easiest way to conquer people. Very, very easy, direct and straightforward. The easiest way to conquer. And our governors are there drinking kai, drinking ogogoro, just saying, "Oh, you'll be president in 2023. Please give us your land." Do you see why we speak the way we do? We are the last line of defense between whatever thing we have called freedom today, or relative freedom, and total darkness. Do you see the work that IPOB is doing? Do you now understand it? Do you now have the common sense, the gumption to appreciate the depth and the sacrifice that IPOB is making? Do you now understand it? For everybody, not just Biafrans, for Duduwa, for Middle Belt, for everybody. Even for Hausa. Do you now understand it? The journalist asked Miyetti Allah, there are Yorubas all over the country, but they did not set up a Moteku in every state of the Federation. You know what he said to them? That concerns them. If they are all over the country, they are not operating in the bushes and forests. What he's saying is that they operate in our bushes and in our forests. It belongs to them. They're going to form vigilante. And all of you are there foolishly and as the idiotic black animals that some of you are. You're just looking. You read, you look, you vote for Big Brother Nigeria, you gossip, you play, you do your sabo, you go to a politician in Onitsha, you collect your 2,500 to buy data for the week. And some of you that have promised you money. I know some people in IPOB that have promised heaven and earth. Of course, it's failure. you know the way we roll. We are unbreakable. IPOB is one family. Indivisible under God. Impossible to divide. Impossible. I challenge any bagger to try. It's a challenge to any idiot to try. Then you see how formidable we are. Fulani everywhere in your bushes. Because anywhere a cattle can feed is Fulani territory. That was why they brought Ruga and it failed. Then they brought a waterways bill. Don't you understand? Don't you reason? Nigger, don't you reason? Nigger, don't you reason? Efulefu, sabo, ntike. Can't you reason for once? You cannot reason because you're a saboteur. You're waiting for a lot of to bring you the package they promised you. Stupid people. Go and read the interview. Why we are deploying Miyetti Allah vigilante everywhere, your community will be gone. You know, that's where you gone. You are a professional petition writer in Abuja or in Lagos. You probably file an abari with your office flat file with outdated map in Abari Benin. Your village is gone. If you're campaigning for presidency, your village is gone, your forest is gone. Because before you become president, you must sign that wherever there is Fulani. I warned you before. That is why they are building settlements in our land. So that any day there is any fracas, Britain will say, oh, it's one Nigeria. Wherever you find yourself, you're a Nigerian. And that's where you know, Okwa West, you have the Emir of Okwa. I'm now telling you, if they said to you that what I said in 2015, that Jonathan will confirm it in 2020, will you believe me? Will you believe me? What I said in 20 has been confirmed in 2020. Go and play that my broadcast, you will see it there. Very clean and clear. The gospel of heaven, that's what I give to you. The gospel from above. Everything I tell you is gospel. You cannot dispute it. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Indisputable. They come to your village. Miyetti Allah is in your backyard, they grazing their cattle. They come to you and they give you 4,500 naira. Promise you heaven and earth as they promised to my. All of you suppose that they promised something. There's something they promised Obiano. They promised Buruburu, Ugwani. They promised even Ibaz. The whole president in waiting. Excellency, president in waiting. When Miyetti Allah calls them, yes, Mr. President in waiting. That one, his head will expand. He will give away his village to Miyetti Allah. You see how foolish they are. The same thing with Sabontik. People who are hustling and struggling in life with no hope and no means of livelihood. And you get a call from Loreto Onochie. Are you prepared to be a Sabo? That is, government has voted, there is a budget with the government now. Come and be a Sabo. You open 1 or 2 or 3 Facebook accounts, you start talking rubbish. But those that felt they were human beings, they have tried and have failed to divide or to bring IPOB down because we are built on a rock. Talk less of people who stuck in trade is criminality. Go and read it. Miyetti Allah, they have you people by the balls, I'm sorry to say, the proverbial balls, by so to speak. Somebody wrote something very, very important and I picked it and I said I must analyze it. It's not from me. Hopefully his name will be at the bottom of it. He said, don't let India Kachamara, IPOB, Biafra haters and Fulani blooded Igbo Efulefus fool you. They are fooling all of you. All these Efulefus yapping rubbish, they are fooling all of you. As they ask them, what have you done about the Fulani settlement in Lopupu? Ask them, what have you done about the Fulani settlement at Nike? What have you done about the Fulani Miyetti Allah settlement in Opa? Ask all the Efulefus. They have no answer. Their job is to distract you. Their job is to take your mind away from holding politicians accountable for the unwarranted, unwanted presence of Miyetti Allah terrorists with their cattle in our villages. Some of you cannot reason that through. When they are yapping their rubbish and talking their nonsense, their job is to distract you as Fulanis are taking over your village. Is that very clear? Now listen. They are deploying Miyetti Allah vigilante across the whole place. Because they want to take everywhere over. They want to take over your land. They want to take over your land. Ask yourself, why hasn't your governors come together to float their own defense? Because they are in Fulani pocket. Fulani they see our land as a conquered territory. If not for IPOB. Why do you think the governors are keeping quiet as they're killing us? Because they have told them over the years, control them. They're saying we can't control them. If you like, come and kill them. We will not talk. And that's what they're doing now. Compare that to other governors everywhere around the zoo. And you will see what is happening. You see the way they're speaking up. They're talking about community policing. So they can hand over the whole security architecture of a people over to IG, who is a Fulani man. And they can now come and do, basically ravage you. They will ravage you. Nonsense. They are undergoing training. They're undergoing training. And some of you are keeping quiet. Some of you are allowing idiots to distract you. Some of you are following gossip. Every gossip that comes up, you go and join. You want to comment. You want to participate. I feel sorry for all of you. Because as you're doing that rubbish, let me tell you what happened to people who were as foolish as we are today. Because before they took over Southern Kaduna, they did the same thing. They sent their emissaries and their agents, the quislings amongst them. They came in. They said, oh no, one Nigeria, unity of the country. Unity of the country that's slaughtering you. The unity of the country, unity. Who are the ones doing the killing? Fulani. Who are the ones forming terrorist groups? Fulani. Who are the ones in the army killing unarmed innocent people? Fulani. Now, you understand it? Now you understand it. Very soon, pastors in our land will be saying exactly the same thing that some pastors are now saying in Southern Kaduna. Followers are now urging their pastors to buy guns with the tithe money they're giving to their pastors. Go and buy guns for us, please. These are Southern Kaduna. These are the people that fought the war. These are people that believed in one Nigeria. These are the people that they lied to and say and told that Ojukwu is a very horrible man. But now, do you see the irony of the whole thing? Had Aburi succeeded, Ojukwu was actually negotiating for Southern Kaduna people to save them as well, to save everybody. Do you see the funny part of the whole thing? Now you understand it. Now you understand it. You see the way they work. Over the years, they were trying Southern Kaduna. We are in the army. Nobody should do anything to disrupt the peace. So some of these things now that the Supreme Court Governor of Imo State has been saying, idiots, sycophants. Now do you see it? Now do you understand it? Now can our people begin to appreciate the mess they are in? Look at Southern Kaduna. That is what is going to happen to you. Let me read the news for you. Pastor of Vision Pioneer Trust Ministry in Kafanchan, Apostle Dr. Emmanuel Nuhukure, has said that as a priest, people now come to him asking him to buy arms for them. They are calling on their pastors to take part of the offerings and buy arms for them to defend themselves. That is the level of despair. People are no longer afraid. He asked the federal government of the zoo to arrest the senseless bloodshed. Who is going to arrest it? He said Buhari, who is in a grave in Saudi Arabia. Who is going to arrest what? Who, where, when, how? I ask you. Where is Buratai? Have you seen him in public? Where is Osibajo? Have you seen him in public? You know, this is the reason why white neo-colonialists can interfere and meddle in your life. Because they know that the majority of you cannot reason very well. Where is Osibajo? Simple question. When was the last time you saw Osibajo live? Anywhere. When was the last time you saw Buratai live? Anywhere. Confirmable. Well, of course, we know that Buhari doesn't exist. Even the boy these days is scared to come out. The mask wearer can't even come out anymore. Is that very clear to all of you? Can you now all begin to understand that Equa Church, even indigenous of Southern Kaduna indigenous at Equa Good News Church in Kaduna, they are also saying it. There is going to be a revolution. These are people feeling the heat in Southern Kaduna. And you're busy in the South writing rubbish about one Nigeria and how you support one Nigeria. I feel sorry for all of you. Because they are coming. Who is going to stop them? Nobody. To the extent that somebody in the Nigeria north is saying, divide the zoo now, divide Nigeria now. No angel can unite us, according to a northern elder. This is the news carried by Arewa Gazette, which is one of their papers. That amalgamation of 1914 was a grave mistake. The chairman of the dialogue group in Kaduna, Haji Mohammed Mahadi Shehu, has lamented religious divisions in the country, stating that breakup of the nation may not be such a bad idea. But does Britain want it? Of course not. They are your creators. They are your makers. They built you. They told you who you are. I was reading an article a few days ago. They said in 1960, Nigeria became independent. If you're a fool, you think that Nigeria was an indigenous country in Africa existing before 1960. They will never tell you that, oh, Nigeria created by Britain in 1914. Britain now handed over to the local idiots in 1960. No. Do you see how they use grammar to deceive you? If you're not sensible enough, you'll be thinking that Nigeria has been existing for a long time before 1960. They will never tell you that it was them that created that Nigeria. So that is why when a black man stands up to say, I am proud of Nigeria, a white man will just laugh at you, but they will not tell it to your face. They will tell you you're a fool. You know nothing. How can you allow me to come to your country to create a nation for you? Are you foolish? Now you understand, don't you? Now you understand. The chairman of the dialogue group is saying that people have not been able to rise above ethnic and religious sentiments, making a united nation very difficult to achieve. But as long as oil is flowing, gas is flowing from Biafra land, they will keep patching up the zoo. They keep giving more power to the Janjaweed. Because they know that all you need to do to a Biafran, and Igbo man especially, of course, every Biafran, just go there and sprinkle some money. Give them, create some atheists, create some sabo. You know, some saboteurs, even some people within IPOB, they see themselves as many, their dream is to become like atheists one day. And if you go and investigate him, you see that the way he made his money was by being subservient to the Janjaweed. So the only thing for you to do is to become subservient to Janjaweed. You become saboteur full-time. Sabo. You start from childhood. You know, sabo. Peddling your gossip here and there, peddling it. If you're lucky, the rest of the chair will pick it up. If you're the heavyweight, maybe they will send an Igbo politician to you, you know, to come and speak to you and see how they can convince you. Oh, these things, the governors are finding it very hard. How can we divide IPOB from within? And you are a fool, you buy into it. Maybe they will change your wardrobe for you, or, you know, you come and try and see what will happen to you. The zoo tried, they failed. The governors tried, they failed. Is it Okoko that will divide IPOB? Who is the idiot? I'm over the fool. They've not given to the idiot to divide IPOB. They've not given back to you. People can gossip all they like. Gossiping is free. Anybody is free to gossip. If you cannot gossip on Facebook, you go to Twitter. You cannot gossip on Twitter, you go to TikTok. If not for TikTok, you go to Hot Talk. Anywhere you like, you can gossip. Gossip is free. Anybody can gossip their life away. That's your business. That IPOB is one family and indivisible under the sun. And I get all your unchoncho, envy, greed, and jealousy, it doesn't mean anything. I lead IPOB. I appoint and I dismiss. Of course, one being where they can ask tonight. I don't know what is of course one being in English. I don't know. Somebody should tell me what of course one being in English. I don't know what it means. Someone should tell me what it means. Here we educate you for free. For free.